to this idea of whether this is a genuine effort or whether this is something that is really just politics. Again, back to this idea that taxing unrealized gains is a non-starter. It's not going to fly in the Democratic Party. You're not going to pick up anybody on the other side of the aisle. If you really want to do this, why don't you talk about doing something like the stepped-up basis of death, taxing money over those times? That's a conversation that you might actually get somewhere with if you're really serious about doing this. It's just, it seems to me that this is like an easy way to rile people up, rile voters up, because it sounds easy. Pay their fair share. You're not describing what's actually happened with some of these things. Is this a real effort or not?
I mean, Biden is also still proposing to eliminate the stepped-up basis of death, to be quite clear, and that's a proposal that he personally cares a lot about. He talks about that a lot on the stump. He talks about that a lot at kind of private levels. So that's still out there. I do think that there is some politics behind this. There obviously is. I think that the common sense intuition that ordinary voters have, that not only we need more tax fairness in a kind of abstract way, but that the people should be paying taxes on these dollars at some point, and that you would pay taxes if you realize the gains, and that you shouldn't be able to indefinitely evade realization of gains through various kind of gaming mechanisms, including the stepped-up basis. That's the voter intuition that this is aimed at. I think in some ways the way to think about this
is the least of the gaming of the systems. I mean, you have to die to make it happen, sure. So it's not a great thing to have act out. I can see them going after some other things that might make more sense, saying that if you are borrowing against your shares, you're going to get taxed on that. You're not going to get to write it off on your taxes. That makes sense. If you wanted to just do the easy stuff, that would seem like a much easier solution to go after and do those real things. This either seems like it is politics or it is a case of negotiation. I'm going to say some outrageous things so I can get the things I really want on the side when we negotiate down.
Yeah, I don't think that kind of anchoring in negotiations is really taking place here. I think this is pretty immediately written off by the people they need, namely Manchin and Sinema. I don't think there's a lot of interest here, although Sinema did express some openness to a similar idea last year. So I think this mostly is about politics. It's about trying to put the idea out there, figure out whether it's viable, sort of take the hits that it's going to take with an eye towards maybe getting something like this enacted, 4, 6, 8, 10 years down the road. And in the immediate term, to have it available as a political thing to run on. So, there certainly is some political calculation. The entire budget is a political messaging document. I think they believe in a lot of these ideas, but the immediate, function of all of it is to put those ideas out there.
So maybe we're the suckers for spending so much time talking about it. Anyway.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.